Linda Ground is heading to a retreat in Mombasa for 3 days. Mambo imekuwa ngumu kwa ground. Oburu Odinga is feeling the pressure, and in the burial in Seme, Ruth Odinga stood up and told Gladys Wanga and the Linda Ground team of Oginga and others that they need to unite the two factions. Yeye alisema watu wakimuona na Orengo wasisikie vibaya, but remember also last week there were rumors that Ruth Odinga, Millie Odhiambo and Otienda Molo are planning to defect to Linda Mwananchi because all of them have been supporting Sifuna, and now Ruth Odinga comes out gun blazing in front of everybody akisema that you guys, we need to have this faction come together as one. But viewers, the question is, these two factions stand for different things. Can they really unite, or it's just a play by Ruth Odinga to be able to win sympathy with Linda Mwananchi supporters? Welcome to One Bold Brain. My name is Omar Brian. Remember to subscribe, like and share. This is the heartbeat of political analysis. Usahau kufinya notification button, like, share, na pia hiyo subscribe button so that you can support us and so that you can enable us to grow to bigger heights. Thank you for your subscription. Thank you for your comments, and continue commenting and telling us what do you think, because ni kama Ruth Odinga clarion call ya jake ya jana imefanya there's a meeting set for Linda Ground members. I think the NEC Executive Council waende wa meet pale Mombasa for 3 days to discuss the way forward for Linda Ground. Linda Ground seems to have no way forward because they are always doing copy and paste. When Linda Mwananchi has a meeting, they also start a meeting. When Linda Mwananchi stop doing meeting, they also stop doing meeting. But this time round, they seems to be going for a retreat to be able to plan on the way forward for Linda Ground. I think the only way forward for them is that they need to focus on ODM and stop focusing on broad-based. Broad-based is really hurting them. They need to go to the ground. They need people to understand their policies. They need to make sure that people understand what plans they have for the people. Hiyo ndio kitu wamesahau. Unadhani wakuja wakiambia watu wanataka power. Power is the solution, but really power is not the solution to the people. People want to hear that chakula bei itashuka, mafuta mnasukuma bei ishuke, because since you are in broad based, mko na CS wa energy, then you need to be pushing for the CS of energy. Mafuta ishukishwe bei. Mafuta ambayo iliingia kwa country, what is happening? We need reports about this coming from you as Linda Ground members. Mkisema mko broad based. Corruption, what is the government doing about corruption? Compensation, issues zenye zilikuwa kwa 10 points agenda that have not been addressed. Mlisema watu watapewa compensation. When is that happening? You need to follow up and ensure that these things are done so that you have legitimacy. Msipozifanya, that means Linda Mwananchi will use that to ensure that they have legitimacy with the people over you. Na hiyo itawaletea shida. And I think if they go to that retreat, they need to focus on, first of all, making sure that ODM has stronger leaders at the top. The only person who is vibrant there is Wanga, and Wanga is only talking about broad-based. So you need to find other vibrant leaders, young leaders that can be able to come up and fill the slots of Sifuna, Babu, guys who can be able to mobilize, guys who can bring slogans, who can talk about people issues, who people can be able to believe to be talking about their issues. If you can be able to go to that retreat and come up with that, then it's well for you. But mkienda kwa hiyo retreat, your main agenda is to now to remove Sifuna, to appoint another SG, which is not even legally, because you cannot do it legally. There's a court in the tribunal, so you'll be just shooting yourself in the foot. So I think for Linda Ground, they really can only talk, because for themselves, they are weak leaders. There's no strong leader there who can be able to help them to marshal the support from the ground, and that will cause them trouble going forward. Because if they do not start doing grassroots campaigns, if they do not start talking about base issues, then that means that Linda Mwananchi, when it forms its own party, it will be able to take a large chunk from their base, na hiyo ita affect vibaya sana. Let's see what Oburu and Wanga and the team come up with wakitoka hii retreat yenye itakuwa Mombasa for 3 days. But as we all know, these guys, they will only tell us about broad-based and Ruto, and they will forget that ODM is losing in every angle. ODM is losing in cost. ODM is losing in Nairobi, because ODM in government will lose a lot of seats in Nairobi. All the MPs in Nairobi will be lost when they are in government instead of being in opposition. So it's very, very, very hard, especially now, since Oburu Wanga is not as strong as Raila was when he had a handshake with Uhuru. And remember, handshake with Uhuru, they do not have their people in the government. Yeah, so they represented the interests of the people at the moment. So this time round, they are representing the interests of the president. and that may come to haunt them come 2027. Viewers, I want you to leave a comment and tell me what do you think, because ODM Linda Ground has realized that the ground is shifting. Mizani polls shows that they are the third preferred party in Kisumu after Linda Mwananchi 36%, and then we have UDA 24 and them at 17 or 19 there. So they have realized something is not happening, and I think they're going to the drawing board. Let's see what they come up with. If they come up with something good, then well and good. If they don't, Linda Mwananchi will continue to take a chunk of their supporters, and this can be the end of this great party of Africa. Viewers, leave a comment and tell me what you think. This is One Bold Brain, the heartbeat of political analysis. Finger your subscription button, like, share. That is how you support us, and that is how you promote our work. Thank you. See you.